Alright, so what are integers? Integers are just whole numbers. So any whole number is an integer. For example, all negative whole numbers are integers and all positive whole numbers are integers. And also 0 is an integer. So for example, -3 is an integer, 4 is an integer, and so on. So you guys should already know what an integer is. What are rational numbers? Rational numbers are numbers which can be written in the form p over q, where p is an integer and q is also an integer. So examples of this are, all integers are rational numbers. For example, 4 can be written as 4 over 1, and therefore it's a rational number. -3 can be written as 3 over 1, or -3 over 1, sorry. So therefore it's a rational number. 0 is also a rational number because 0 over any other number apart from 0 itself, so 0 over 1 equals 0, therefore it's a rational number. So you can see that all integers are rational numbers. However, there are also rational numbers which are not integers, such as 5 over 2, 3 over 4, and any fraction basically. All fractions are rational numbers. What are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are numbers which cannot be written as fractions. This includes things like pi. This cannot be written as a fraction. It's 3.14 and then an infinite decimal. If you type pi into your calculator, you will not get a fraction. Therefore, it's an irrational number, as it cannot be written in the form p over q. Root of 2 is also an irrational number. So the square root of any non-square number is an irrational number, sorry. For example, root of 3 is irrational, root of 5 is irrational. However, the root of 4 equals 2, and therefore it's an integer and a rational number. It's not irrational, as it can be written as a fraction. So 2, because 2 equals 2 over 1. So that's what I was saying, is the square root of a square number such as 4, 16, 9, root 9 equals 3, and therefore it's an integer and it's not irrational. So the square root of any non-square number is an irrational number. Okay, let's move on to BIDMAS. So the B in BIDMAS stands for brackets. So if I give you guys an example of 1 plus 2 minus 1, so that's you have to do the brackets first in this equation. So 2 take away 1 is 1, and 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that's the answer. Indices are numbers which have power. So 2 squared, for example. So 2 squared plus 1, we have to do this first. So 2 squared, which is 4, and then add 1, which is 5. Division and multiplication both have the same priority, and addition and subtraction both have the same priority. For example, if you do something like 1 times 5 divided by 5, you just go from left to right because multiplication and division both have the same priority. Therefore, 1 times 5 is 5, 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay, you just go from left to right. And the same with multiplication. If you had 4 divided by 2 times 3, you just go from left to right. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2, and 2 times 3 equals 6. And again, addition and subtraction have the same priority. Therefore, you just go from left to right. So 2 plus 3 take away 4. That's just going to be 2 add 3, which is 5, take away 4, which equals 1. And subtraction, 5 take away 1 plus 2. That's just going to equal 5 take away 1, which is 4, plus 2, which equals 6. You just go from left to right. So remember, division and multiplication have the same priority, and addition and subtraction have the same priority. So you can just go from left to right. You would use BIDMAS when it's not clear what to do next, or if there's more than one thing you could do. So that's why with the addition and subtraction you just go from left to right, and with division and multiplication you just go from left to right. But an example where division or multiplication would be more priority than addition and subtraction. So for example, 5 plus 2 times 3, you would do the 2 times 3 first, so it would become 5 plus 6, and that equals 11. So that's BIDMAS and types of numbers done. You guys should already really have quite a good idea of what these are, so that's why I went through it quickly. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe the video if it helped, and see you in the next video.